Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. The look I'm going to be creating today is my everyday autumn makeup routine. I've done two lip options with this look. I've done a nude and a kind of burgundy red kind of colour. Just depends on the occasion really and what you want to wear this look for. So if you want to find out how to do this look, then please keep watching. So to start, I'm using my Nivea lip butter just to moisturise my lips, and I'm just priming my face with the MAC Charged Water and my Baby Skin Poreless Primer. I'm just working that under my eyes where my pores are the biggest, and just where my laugh lines are I kind of follow the lines down and just fill those in. I'm using the Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade N125, and to buff that into my skin I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush. I like to dot the foundation on with my finger and then buff it in. I feel like that just gives me the best coverage. Some people like to dip their foundation brush into their foundation and then apply it onto their face, but honestly it's just personal preference. It doesn't really matter what way you do it. As long as it gives a nice even coverage and there's no patches, then it honestly doesn't matter. You will see me dancing and singing around in this video quite a lot, so just get used to it. Here I'm just applying another layer just to my chin and kind of my T-zone area because that's where I oil up. And for me that's where the foundation kind of wears away first. I'm gonna say what you already know. I won't take offense. It was like 1,000 degrees in my room, literally. And you can play, Alright, I'm concealing with my Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. It's in the shade NW15. I'm just putting that in an upside down triangle under my eyes and then blending it out with my Beauty Blender. I'm also hitting that with my T-zone, so down my nose, my chin and between my eyebrows, and feathering it across my forehead, if that makes sense. I don't know how to word that, but yeah, you get it. And again, blending that out with my damp Beauty Blender. So the heat did get a bit unbearable, so I did switch my top. Now I'm taking my Ben Nye loose powder in the shade Natural. I'm kind of spreading that everywhere. And yeah, I'm just tipping that into a lid. Then I grab a brush that I bought from IMATS from Crown. Now, weirdly enough, on the handle it hasn't got any, like, it doesn't say what brush it is, what number it is, and it doesn't even say it's from Crown, but I got it from the Crown store. So maybe go onto the Crown website and have a look if it's on there. But yeah, I'm just setting that area where I put the concealer and where I put the foundation. Now I am going in with my pressed powder by Rimmel. It's my Stay Matte powder. It's in the shade Translucent, and I'm just setting all of my face, again where I've put all my creams and liquids. Now I'm just bronzing my face and I'm just pulling back my hairline to find that line where the hollow of my cheek is, and that's where I'm applying the bronzer. The bronzer's from Rimmel and it's in the shade Sun Blonde. And yeah, I'm just doing my temples, my chin and my cheeks. So here I'm taking my 224 blending brush by MAC and my Bourjois bronzer, and I'm just further carving out my cheekbone. So I suck in my cheeks, and where the line that appears when I suck in my cheeks, that's where I apply the bronzer. I use this bronzer because it's more of a grey tone, so when you use grey tones to create shadow, that's when it has more of an effect. If you use an orange toned bronzer like the one I applied before from Rimmel, it won't create a shadow kind of colour, so it won't really look that realistic. So I use the Rimmel bronzer to bronze and the Bourjois to define and contour my cheekbones. I'm just taking this Duofiber brush from MAC again and just blending all of that out. I don't want there to be any harsh lines, so I'm just trying to blend that away and make it all kind of blend in together. Then I'm taking that same blending brush by MAC again with the Bourjois bronzer and just kind of slightly contouring my nose. I apply the bronzer to the tip of my nose to make my nose appear shorter because I feel sometimes it's a little bit long. I go under my lip with it to make my bottom lip look plumper. You can tell I love this brush. I'm taking this brush again with this colour I'm pointing to there in the Morphe palette by Jaclyn Hill. I'm applying that into the crease of my eye just for a nice transition colour. Applying a transition colour is really essential because it means blending out your eyeshadows that you're going to apply after will be so much easier. So yeah, I really recommend doing this if you're struggling with blending eyeshadows out.
Take offense if you want to let an opportunity grow.
So now I'm taking the 217 brush by MAC and the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade Metallic Pomegranate. This is such a lovely like cranberry shade with hints of like gold glitter in it. It's just so beautiful, I can't even explain it to you. But I'm literally just dipping my brush in and applying that to my eyelid. I'm not going up into my upper crease, but I am going to my crease, if that makes sense. So you'll see what I'm doing, but I'm not blending it all the way up towards my brow bone, if you get what I'm saying. So keep it quite low, because after we're going to blend it out and slowly diffuse the colour towards the brow bone. So now taking my Morphe palette again, I'm taking that cranberry eyeshadow in the corner and I'm just patting that all over where I've put the Metallic Pomegranate. The thing that's good about the Metallic Pomegranate Colour Tattoo is that it's sticky, so when you apply an eyeshadow on top of it, it will make the eyeshadow last way longer and the colour payoff will be just incredible. Going back in with my MAC 224, I'm taking that first transition shade again and I'm just blending all of that colour through the crease. So I'm diffusing that colour from my lid into the socket of my eye and then into the crease of my eye. So it's hard to explain exactly what I'm doing, so it's easy just to watch and see how far I'm taking the colour, when I'm stopping and what motions I'm using to diffuse the colour through my crease. Just keep on blending. Just basically blend until your arm falls off. I'm now taking a lip brush that I got out of a set of brushes I got from eBay, and that kind of pinkish shade above the cranberry shade we used. I'm spritzing it with some MAC charged water and applying that on the inner kind of third of my eye, and I'm kind of blending that through to the middle. And then I'm just applying that colour in the inner corner of my eye. Taking a pencil brush from Crown and the transition shade we used, I'm taking that on my lower lash line about 2/3 in. And yeah, this is going to help blend out the cranberry shade that we're going to put on in a minute. You can see I'm taking that really close to my lower lashes and wrapping it around to meet the lid. You can see what I'm doing, but yeah, this is just because I want like a kind of rounded edge instead of a pointed feline shape. Now I'm going in with that cranberry shade I used before, and I'm just taking that on my lower lash line, exactly where I put my transition shade, just on top. Don't forget to connect that with the outer corner because you don't really want a gap, and then I'm just blending it all out with my 224 brush. I'm taking that same brush I used to highlight my inner corner, and I'm taking that top left hand shade just to highlight my brow bone. I'm going right underneath so I can get a good glow, and then I'm going to coat, and when I say coat I mean coat, my lower lashes with the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Those of you that know me know I am obsessed with this mascara and the one that I'm going to use in a minute. I've recommended it to so many people, but yeah, the next one I'm going to use is also by Essence, and it's their I Love Crazy Volume Mascara, and I like to use that one after just to get a good kind of volume. You can see that it gives loads of volume and length and craziness to my lashes, and I literally could not rave about it more. Then going back with my Lash Princess mascara by Essence, I'm using that on my lower lashes. I like to use this one on my lower lashes because it kind of separates a little bit more. Then I'm taking some white eyeliner because that just opens my eyes up and makes me look so much more awake. I'm then taking this NYX blush in the shade, I can't remember, but I'll write it down below, and this brush from Crown. I am obsessed with this brush for blusher, like it's so good. Oh, I can't get over it. So what I do is I make like a duck face to try and find that line, and I literally apply the blusher where I applied my bronzer, and I literally just, yeah, work that in and kind of tap it. I never like rub it, I just always tap it into my skin because I feel like it blends a lot more then. So this is the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush, and I'm using this Revolution highlighter palette, and I'm using the middle shade and the left hand yellowish kind of shade. Oh, I just love highlight so much. I'm literally like layering it on. I put it on the tops of my cheekbones, my nose, the end of my nose, I put it on my forehead, I put it on my chin, a bit on my cupid's bow. But yeah, this is literally my favourite part, and I go ham with the highlight, so don't mind me. So because it wasn't showing up too much, I then put the tiniest amount of like that lilac shade that I didn't use originally, because I don't usually use it because it's really like intense. So this is why I'm kind of blending it out now, but yeah, the camera wasn't picking it up, so it was pissing me off. If I had lighting, my highlight would be popping, but I don't, so it's kind of failing a little bit, but it did look really, really glowy. And we're on to lips. So as I said before, we have two lip options. This is the Soft Brown Lip Pencil by NYX. I'm just lining my lips with that. So I'm lining both top and bottom and also filling them in. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Tantalising Taupe shade. This is just a lovely nude shade, kind of sheer. That's why I use a liner beforehand. But yeah, such a beautiful colour. And then the Rimmel Apocalypse Lip Gloss. The shade has scratched off on the tube, but I will write all shades and all colours down below in the description bar, so make sure you check that out. So that is what that option looks like. We're now moving on to the second option, which is a lot more bold than the first one. So I'm lining my lips with the Max Factor lip liner in the shade Pink Princess. I'm lining top and bottom and also filling them in. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Colour Drama in the shade Very Much. I'm literally just going all over my lips with this and being really careful around the edges, because if you're going to use a dark colour you need to have the edges looking really, really sharp and clean. And if you do make a mistake you can just take some concealer and a small brush and clean it up. So yeah, that is the end of this look. I really hope you liked this. I like to do a couple of lip options because people do like different things and have different preferences. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this and if you want to see more, and I'll speak to you soon.